Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And with Dwight Howard being in the news here lately about this alleged assault on a guy, I don't know if it was a trans person or just dressed as a woman, and then there was supposed to be another gay guy, and they were going to interact with a threesome. I don't know whether this is really newsworthy or not. I think Dwight lives in Atlanta, and of course, the rumor about Atlanta, it has the largest population of black gay men. There's been rumors on Tyler Perry and all kinds of entertainers and athletes previously. But I felt the need as an African American middle-aged man to just speak upon it a little bit. And I don't think that in today's time with LGBTQ and the woke movement that it will have any kind of real effect on Dwight Howard if he is gay in his personal life. However, I do believe with corporate America trying to move into the woke or accept the woke movement with Budweiser, with Dylan Mulvaney, Target had a section with LGBTQ that didn't work. Victoria's Secret tried to change their model. They had got rid of the runways, and then they had trans and different types of people, trans people and other types of figured women versus a skinny, tall model. They lost a lot of money doing that. And so you've had several corporate companies that have been involved in this woke movement and trying to appeal to everyone, and it kind of backfired on corporate America financially. So Target, Victoria's Secret, Budweiser with the Bud Light campaign, and Maxim magazine had a top 100 most beautiful women, and they had a trans person in the top 100. I think to get away from that, Maxim should say the top 100 most beautiful people. Then it's inclusionary to trans, to the entire LGBTQ community versus the most beautiful women. I remember when Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner turned into Caitlyn Jenner, she had won, I think, the ESPN Woman of the Year. And so you can see where some people have controversial comments about that. Is Caitlyn a woman, a man? Should she win the most beautiful woman award versus the most beautiful person? I think that keeps it right in the middle. But in saying that about corporate America and the woke movement, they kind of backfired on them. I think that Dwight Howard's personal life is going to interfere with him coming back to the NBA, his professional life. I think the NBA is going to stay away from any kind of controversial personal issues and rumor mills, and black male athletes or macho athletes with the whole gay presence. So I think his NBA career is over. I think that he will be ostracized by other NBA players, even though we do have a woke and gay agenda that's being propheticized, I think, publicly. I think personally, and especially in the black community that is somewhat conservative publicly about homosexuality, even though we see a heavy presence of that in the black church with a lot of gay men. Nobody talks about it. See no evil, hear no evil, so to speak. I think that you won't see a large support presence of any of his counterparts in the NBA supporting him. I think they're going to stay away from it, even though it's it's a popular white topic versus a black topic. Black men still shun that whole idea of coming out of the closet and being openly gay, bisexual, or any of those kinds of things. So I think as a middle-aged African American man, uh, of course, sexual assault is not right and should not happen. And you can't say that the person knew what was taking place when you surprised them. That is a double entendre. Um, and what he does in his personal life is his personal business. But he did make a big mistake, very similar to Zion Williamson, if it's true that he was sending Instagram messages. I don't understand where these young black entertainers and athletes keep using public forums to communicate their sexual desires and trying to meet both men and women. And these guys have large, high net worths that's public, and you're setting yourself up for extortion, for rumor mill, for lies, and is not a good way to try to meet people, especially if there's going to be a salaciousness to the encounter that you have with these strangers. Zion Williamson is going through that with this young lady who was a exotic dancer and a porn star. And now Dwight Howard is going through this with supposedly a guy or a trans person. So they have all this documentation, and even if there's not a criminal suit, there will definitely be a civil one. And that's where these individuals can look at you as if you have the bag that they want, and then extortion takes place. And then, of course, you have to pay for lawyers, and the court has to figure out where the truth lies. There's your story, there's their story, and then there's a story right in the middle. So this should be a good learning lesson, and Dwight Howard should have known how to handle himself with strangers and in the public eye. He's been in the public eye for about 15 years now, whereas Zion is new to the game, but they should be true to the game. Even Zion has been known since he was a little boy, and they must have the wrong people around them, or they're not listening to folks that are older than them to tell them how to navigate themselves through this life. There are a lot of people out here trying to get a come up, and it's not like your money is private and secret like a CEO. Your contracts are public information, and many people out here are starving and suffering, and any way they can have a come up, they will. So it's unfortunate that Zion has gone through this with a young lady a few months ago, and now Dwight Howard is going through this. And in today's time, everything is about character assassination. If you make a mistake, it's forever. It's in the public form forever. So this will follow Dwight for the rest of his life. And so young folks need to be very careful on how they are handling themselves in today's time. Everything that's on YouTube, a lot of channels is all about salaciousness and negativity, versus if you're trying to do a positive YouTube channel, you get very few likes. But you have to sustain yourself and have fortitude to believe in what you're trying to get across. And that's what I'm trying to do. Let's manifest our truth in the right direction. Let's have a PhD in common sense. And that's what Zion and Dwight are lacking. They do not have a PhD in common sense. And this is what my YouTube channel is all about. So for those who want to have a perspective that's of a 56-year-old, an old soul that we used to say, then this is a great channel for you to listen to. I try to give perspectives on the war, on crime, gun violence, the opioid crisis, the homelessness crisis, the joblessness crisis, issues with artificial intelligence, social media. And this is a platform that I think that you can garner some information in a positive way. So whatever Dwight Howard's personal life is personal. I think his NBA career is over. I think this was a nail in the coffin, no matter what his performance on the court was. But now that his personal life and this gay or homosexual thing is becoming a scenario, I think Dwight should officially retire, and he needs to focus in on his personal growth, his spiritual growth, his psychological and intellectual growth, and look at the next half of his life as a learning experience and doing something positive. If he wants to be gay, then be gay. Who cares? But he needs to have the right people around him and leaders that can guide him in the right direction so he can manifest his truth and live a healthy, prosperous life. So if you like this commentary, please hit the like button and the subscribe. Please share this information with individuals you find that you think will find this informative. Please continue to support the Trevor Donald Experience on YouTube. And please check out the Trevor Donald Experience podcast on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and Amazon Music.